Hi, Queens. Sam here. So, welcome back. Today is day 7 of the 30 in 30. And I want to talk about a subject that is really near and dear to my heart today. And that is essentially sharing with you three wealth lessons for Black parents to teach their kids. So, two things before I actually get started on this. The first thing is I'm using the term parent very loosely. So for me, honestly, when I think of a parent, doesn't it's not like only the person who gave birth to the child, but an adult figure that is in the child life that the child is looking up to as an example, as a model to follow. And so you could be a parent, actually, you are a parent to your niece, your nephew, your younger cousin, any child that you have in your life that is really, who's really looking up to you as a model to follow. So to me, that's, I just want to put that out there. And so the second thing is also my video today was inspired by Anthony O'Neill's video. He did that video, I think, like about a month ago. And the title of the video is 10 Things the Wealthy People Teach Their Kids, and you should too. So if you don't know him, Anthony O'Neill, he used to work with Dave Ramsey. He's a money expert like me, and he's out here on YouTube also sharing his knowledge, mainly for the Black community. I'll put a link to his video, the video that I'm actually referring to right now, in the description below. And so you can check out the video. It's a long video, like 45 minutes, but he shares so many like amazing nuggets for Black parents to teach their kids when it comes to wealth and when it comes to money. And there were a few things that I kind of like I was hoping to hear, or maybe he said it, but it was not as clear. But I really wanted to, I guess, add something to it, which is it's already a great video, and so I wanted to add something to it. That's the reason of this video. So I wanted to share with you today three wealth lessons that I would like to see parents and Black parents really share with their kids. The first one is soft skills are important, if not more important than hard skills. Growing up, my parents were so focused on my grades, have good grades, be like a straight A student. It was just the grade. That was the most important. It didn't matter how much I liked the course. It didn't matter if I really learned anything in the course. It didn't matter how much of the everything that I've learned in that course for that session I actually retained. And it was all about the grade. So then I realized when I started working that actually the grade was just one part of the equation and not so much the most important part of the equation. What was really important were soft skills that essentially nobody really taught me, to be honest. And I realized in talking with my friends and mainly like girlfriends, Black girlfriends, that nobody really uh, took the time to also teach them that. And that is essentially soft skills like, networking skills, negotiation skills, how you show up in the world. And so those are the things that unfortunately you start, most of us, like Black people, Black women, we start in the workforce and then we learn the hard way. You learn that essentially you being really good at your job and delivering exceeding targets and all of that is not a guarantee for you to have that promotion. That the other person who's not doing half of what you're doing will get that promotion because they're really good at negotiation skills and networking skills and flattering the boss and getting to what the boss knows and likes and really being able to deliver on that front. I'm not saying that they don't even have to be like as we call it, like being the boss slave or anything like that, but it's just like they're really good at networking. And to me, that is a skill that I learned the hard way. It was really hard for me to even wrap my head around it, like what is acceptable, what is not acceptable when it comes to networking skill. But I realized that those are things that unfortunately, if I had learned that from a young age, it would have been much easier for me to navigate the workforce and the and life in general. So soft skills are important. They're even more important. Wealthy people, that's what they teach their kids. Of course, they talk about money, they talk about how to build the wealth, but they also teach them from a young age all of that, the networking skills, knowing the right people, getting to the right circle. And so the kids from a young age, it's normal for them. And so when the adult, it's like a second nature. It's not hard for them to actually do that, and it really serves them a lot. So first, wealth lesson here. The second one is that I would like Black parents to teach their kids is essentially it is good to shoot for a stable job, but it's even more important to have entrepreneurship skills. And same thing, I realized that parents want kids to have good grades, so then when they finish, they can get the great job, the great salary, the great benefits. But at the end of the day, you do realize that honestly, the job is as stable as your employer makes it. And so if your employer, overnight decides that your position is irrelevant, they won't, in the blink of an eye, they'll just cancel your position, and there you are without a job. And so, as I actually mentioned in my live video that I did on HMD Abroad on money personality, I shared over there that, when I finished school, I did my undergrad and my graduate degree, both of them, both of the two degrees. And when I finished, to me, because I had such amazing grade and everything, I was like, okay, well, employers will be just knocking at my door to give me the great job because, I did my share. It's because I really wanted to have that stable job. But really, nobody was knocking at my door. And it took me many months to be able to find a job. And that was even a job that was not at the level of my education. I didn't even need to have an undergrad, let alone a graduate degree for that job. But I took that job because at that point, I just needed a job. And for me, I was in my mind, I'm going to be working for a company. And it took me many years to realize that essentially working for someone is not the only way to make money. As a matter of fact, a lot of wealthy people make their money through entrepreneurial matters. Like most of them, not all of them. There are like also people working for companies like CEOs or like engineers who are making a lot of money who can build their wealth that way. But the majority of people, like when you look at billionaires and millionaires today, a lot of them have made the money through their businesses. And so those are like skills that honestly we don't teach enough in the community, just to show kids that yes, you getting grades and working for someone is just an option. You also need to work on entrepreneurship skills, and honestly making sure that kids have those skills that yes, they can work for a company, but if that doesn't work for them, or like overnight, like I say, their position is a bullish, they can turn around and start doing something for themselves and not be at the mercy of the next employer who's going to come and hire them. So I really hope that that resonates with you out there. And I'm hoping that I'm explaining this the right way, because when you look at it, when it comes to building wealth, to me, you need to find a way for your money to work for you. And businesses, like getting into a business, growing businesses, is a way for you to make your money work for you. And so when you work for a company, you just have a certain amount of money that is going to be paid to you every 2 weeks or every month. And that is the maximum, except if you change your position. Versus when you're actually doing a business, your potential to make an income is honestly infinite, right? So and that's where the beauty of it is. It's not easy, it's hard, but at the end of the day, it's really rewarding if you can make it work, if you can stick with it, and if you can make it work. On to the third wealth lesson that I would love to see parents teach the kids is building multiple streams of income. Nobody has ever told me make sure that essentially you don't put all of your eggs in the same basket. And luckily, I've never been, uh, fired, or like my position has never been terminated or anything like that since I've been working. But I've heard of people or I've heard of that happening to people. And a lot of people didn't have any fallback. And a lot of them actually didn't were not in a good financial situation, literally living paycheck to paycheck. And so when you find yourself overnight with no job, no income, and that was the only thing that you had to provide for your family, it's a really tough position to be in. And so you learn the hard way that definitely it's not good to put all of your eggs in the same basket. And I saw that early in my career, and that's really what prompted me to get into investment quickly and to get into any other sort of investment to see how I can make my money work for me. And I've had different type of I guess business ventures. Some, most of them did not really go that far, but I also think that I really didn't put my all in. But at the end of the day, it's just like realizing that essentially diversifying, at, especially when you're starting, could be a good way for you, just to make sure that you don't put all of your eggs in the same basket. If you're expert in something and you know that you are the expert, everybody's coming to you for that particular thing, and even if you lose your job today, many people will be knocking at your door the following day. That's different. But the majority of us, we're not experts in what we're doing. Like, we are replaceable. So many other people are doing what we do or could do what we're doing. So we need to be really mindful and being a good steward of our money, and making sure that we build multiple streams of income, or like as Stephanie Perry says, multiple um, rivers of income. And so that's one thing that I feel like, if I had known from a young age, I would have been more prepared. And again, I'm saying that recognizing that I had the privilege, or like, I guess the luck, that I was never in a position where I lost my job, or anything like that. But I've realized over the years that essentially very important, because you having one source of income is very close to you having no source of income, because when that source finish, like, disappears overnight, then you don't have anything. So again, very important to diversify. And again, I recognize that investing is probably the first thing that you can do easily. Like either you put your money in a dividend stock, or like you invest in any other type of like real estate investing, just to already start building some sort of cash flow, which is also on top of your income. So those are the three wealth lessons that I will love so much to see parents, especially Black parents, teach their kids. I'm pretty sure there are many more. And as I'm actually going through this, if you have any other one that you want to share, please share in the comments below. Or if you're a parent and there are like any other wealth lesson that you have to teach your kid, please share in the comments below. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. Also hit the notification bell as I'm going through these 30 days. Show me the love. Show me the love, because it's not easy to be here every day sharing with you. But for me, it's so important, because I know someone is listening to this video, is going to be listening to this video, and it's going to be life changing for them. And so that's why I'm here, although it's not easy every day. So show me the love, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your network, and let's continue learning together. So I'll be back tomorrow with my, I believe it's day 8 at this point, for the video, for the 30 in 30 YouTube video challenge. And thank you so much for listening. And until next time, keep on building wealth.